Good morning, children. How are you? All are fine. How was your study level? I think all are study very well. Am I right? Okay. Then in last classes we discussed something. I think all of you read your textbook very well. Am I right? Okay. All of you listen. I think in this year most of the time, especially the important time, I mean taking chapters, here only one solution through media, I mean online classes. That's why you want to give more importance to the online classes. All of you want to attend the online class. You should attend everything. If you have any doubt from any topic, you will contact me. I have no problem. I mean my subject economics and geography. If you didn't understand anything, you can ask me. I will manage it. Okay. When we directly contact, I mean when here directly started the classes, we will discuss more details related to this topic. You don't worry about thing. The final time we will discuss everything. Okay. Now here is in last classes our third chapter. Okay, money and credit. We discussed something. Today we want to discuss another topic, or we moving on another topic, that is the loan activities of banks. Okay, today we want to discuss loan activities of banks. What is our next topic? Loan activities of bank. Loan activities of bank. Have you any idea about loan activities of bank? Did you means your parents take loan from bank? You know what are the procedures followed there? Okay, what are the formalities? You just imagine what are the formalities, or just ask your parents. Now, not later. Okay. Now we want to discuss something. After that, you just ask your parents, is it correct or not? They followed these procedures. Okay. Loan activities of banks. Let us take the story of banks further. What do the banks do with the deposit which they accept from the public? There is an interesting mechanism at work here. Listen. We already discussed something. Bank, if we have excess amount means more than enough. We want to keep safely. We want to keep okay. Where we want to keep this item? Bank. Okay, that means we deposit our money. Bank. We deposit our money at bank. Listen, they will give small amount, that is the interest. Okay, we say in Malayalam palisha, that is the interest. How they can give this interest to us? Have you any idea about that? Suppose here is two persons. Suppose this is A, this is B. Okay, A and B. A deposits, there is one mediator X. A, B, X. A deposited here. Bank is the mediator. A deposited here. Okay. A depositor. We want some money from here. He wants some loan from this bank. Okay. Here depositor, here creditor. Okay. He wants some loan. Then bank gave small amount, that is the interest. To whom? To the depositor. At the same time, here is who take loan from here, that is the borrower. Here is two persons, depositor and a borrower, who take loan from here. That person also want to give some amount. That also called interest. The borrower want to pay 100 rupees. Rupees 100, that is the interest. The bank maybe give only 20 rupees to the depositor. 100 minus 20, what is the answer? 80 rupees. It is the income of bank. Is it clear? Listen. Actually, whose money? The depositor. A. Okay, he deposits money at the bank. Listen. Then bank give loan to B. That is the borrower. Here is the borrower. Borrower take loan from here. He want to get some interest. Maybe that is 100 rupees. That is, we just take one example. 100 rupees. He gave 100 rupees per month. But the depositor got only 20 rupees. The remaining 80 rupees, that is the income of bank. Is it clear? That is the procedure of bank. Now come to the topic. Listen. Let us take the story of banks further. What do the banks do with the deposit which they accept from the public? There is an interesting mechanism at work here. Banks keep only a small proportion of their deposit as cash with themselves. For example, banks in India these days hold about 15% of their deposit as cash. Only 15% they deposit as cash. Listen. Here is suppose 100 rupees, but here is they keep there only 15% or 15 rupees, remaining 85 rupees. അതാണ് അവർ ലോണായിട്ട് നൽകുന്നത്. Listen, here is, for example, banks in India these days hold about 15% of their deposit as cash. This is kept as the provision to pay the depositors who might come to withdraw money from the bank on any given day. What is the reason behind it? 15% they kept there. Maybe the depositor came there. For what? For withdraw the amount. അല്ലേ, പണം ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് ചെയ്തത് ആവശ്യമുള്ളത് വിഡ്രോ ചെയ്യാൻ പിൻവലിക്കാൻ ചിലപ്പോൾ ചെല്ലുകയാണെങ്കിൽ they want to manage. That's why they keep there is 15%. 15% of their deposit as cash. This is kept as provision to pay. Provision means stock. Okay, provision to pay the depositors who might come to withdraw money from the bank on any given day. Since on any particular day, only some of its many depositors come to withdraw cash, the bank is able to manage with this cash. Since on any particular day, only some of its many depositors came to withdraw cash, the bank is able to manage with this cash. Okay, ഒരുപാട് ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, കുറച്ച് പേര് മാത്രമാണ് വിഡ്രോ ചെയ്യാമെന്നെങ്കിൽ ബാങ്ക് വിൽ മാനേജ് with the help of this cash. That's why they kept there is 15% cash only. Is it clear? Bank use major portion of the deposit to extend loans. Underline that. For what purpose bank use major deposit? Okay, the proportion or a portion of the major deposit to external loans. Underline that. Banks use the major portion of the deposit to extend loans. There is a huge demand for loan for various economic activities. For various economic activities, here is a bank provided huge loans. We shall read more about this in the following section. Banks make use of the deposit to meet the loan requirement of the people. In this way, banks mediate between those who have surplus fund, that means the depositors have the surplus fund, and those who are need for this fund, that is the borrower. Banks charge a higher interest rate on the loan than what they offer on deposit. The difference between what is charged from borrowers and what is paid to depositors is their main source of income. We already discussed here. Listen, here is two types of people. One is the depositor, other is the borrower. Bank is the mediator. Okay, depositor deposit his amount. Bank gives some loan or extend the loan. Bank can collect interest from the borrower and bank pay a small amount from this to the depositor. The remaining amount, that is the income of the bank. Is it clear? That is the procedure. What do you think would happen if all the depositors went to ask for their money at the same time? അല്ലേ എല്ലാ ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റേഴ്സും ഒന്നിച്ച് ചെന്ന് പണം പിൻവലിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ on that time we've heard about one thing, the bank collapsed. അല്ലേ ബാങ്ക് പെട്ടെന്ന് എന്താണ് ബാങ്ക് തകർന്നു എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഒന്നിച്ച് പിൻവലിക്കാൻ ചെന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ they have no solution because the depositor they already given to the borrower. അല്ലേ ബോറോവേഴ്സിന് നൽകിയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരിക്കും. Okay, here is one picture. All of you look there. One side depositor, other side borrower. Depositor, people make deposit, people make withdrawal and get interest. People take loan, people repay loan with interest. People എങ്ങനെ ലോൺ തിരിച്ചടയ്ക്കുന്നത്? Loan with interest. Okay. Then two different credit situation. Is it clear? Loan activities of bank. Is it clear? Okay. Next one. Two different credit situation. Okay. Now we moving on another topic. What is that? Two different credit situation. Okay. Two different credit situation. Okay. A large number of transactions in our day-to-day activities involve credit in some form or the other. Credit refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with money. Underline that. Listen, here is a large number of transactions in our day-to-day life. Our day-to-day activities involve credit in some form or other. Credit refers to an agreement, credit or loan, that refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with the money, goods or services in return for the promise to future payment. A promise to return the future payment. അല്ലേ ഭാവിയിൽ തിരിച്ചടയ്ക്കും എന്നുള്ള പ്രതീക്ഷയിൽ കൊടുക്കുന്നതാണ് credit or a loan. Is it clear? All of you underline that. What is a credit? Credit refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with money, goods or services in return for the promise of future payment. For the promise of future payment. Okay. Let us see how credit works through the following two examples. Okay, here is two examples. They borrowed some amount from the bank. In which occasion they took loan from the bank. What is the after effect of the loan? Okay, loan activity. Here is many more things included. The first one, festival season. What is the first? Festival season. It is festival season 2 months from now, and the shoe manufacturer Salim has received in an order from a large trader in town for 3,000 pairs of shoes to be delivered in a month's time. To complete production on time, Salim has to hire a few more workers for stitching and pasting work. He has to purchase the raw materials to meet these expenses. Salim obtained loan from two sources. First, he asked the leather supplier to supply leather now and promised to pay him later. Second, he obtained loan in cash from the large trader as advance payment for 1,000 pairs of shoes with a promise to deliver the whole order by the end of the month. At the end of the month, Salim is able to deliver the order, make a good profit and repay the money that he had borrowed. Listen, firstly here is a festival season. On that time, 2 months from now, and the shoe manufacturer Salim has received an order from a large trader for the 3,000 pairs of shoes to be delivered in a month time. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഒരു ഓർഡർ കിട്ടിയിരുന്നു 3000 pairs of shoes. To complete production on time, Salim has to hire a few more workers for stitching and pasting work. This shoe manufacturer decided to hire some workers for stitching and pasting. Hire means വാടകയ്ക്ക് എടുത്തു അല്ലേ, കൂലിക്ക് എടുത്തു കുറച്ച് വർക്കേഴ്സിന് for what activities? Stitching and pasting work. He has to purchase the raw material. To meet these expenses, Salim obtained loan from two sources. He want to meet these expenses, purchasing raw materials and another expenses. For maintaining this, he take some loan from the two sources. First, he asked the leather supplier to supply leather now and promised to pay him later. First, he asked leather supplier, he wants some leather. After completing, he repay the loan or he will give the amount. Second, he obtained loan in cash from the large trader as the advance payment for 1000 pairs of shoes with a promise to deliver the whole order by the end of the month. Okay, listen. Second one, he traded as the advance payment for the 1000 pairs of shoes with a promise to deliver the whole order by the end of the month. At the end of the month, Salim is able to deliver the order, make a good profit and repay the money that he had borrowed. 3000 shoes കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ end of the month he got amount, he could repay the loan. In this case, Salim obtained credit to meet the working capital needs of production. The credit helps him to meet the ongoing expenses of production, complete production on time, and thereby increase his earning. Credit therefore plays a vital and positive role in the situation. Listen, in case of Salim, here is a credit that is the vital role or the important role, especially here is in case of business. That's why a positive role in the situation in case of Salim, because he got some profit with the help of this credit. He will make something that's very helpful. Okay, then another example in case of Salim's case, he was a shoe manufacturer. Okay, that's why he could gain more earnings, that means the profit. Then we want to discuss in case of Swapna, what happened there. Swapna, a small farmer, grows groundnut over her 3 acres of land. She takes a loan from the money lender to meet the expenses of cultivation, hoping that her harvest would help repay the loan. Here is another example. Swapna, okay, Swapna, a small farmer, grows groundnut on her 3 acres of okay, she had 3 acres of land. She want to cultivate groundnut. On that occasion, she asked to loan from the money lender to meet the expenses of cultivation, hoping that her harvest would help repay the loan. She expect on cultivation time she could repay the this loan. Okay, she expected she can, but what happened here? Through Swapna sprays her crops with expensive pesticides, it makes little differences. She is unable to repay the money lender and the debt grows over the year into a large amount. Next year, Swapna takes a fresh loan for cultivation. It is a normal crop this year, but the earnings are not enough to cover the old loan. She is caught in debt. She has to sell a part of the land to pay off the debt. Listen, here is a midway through the season of the crop is hit by pest and the crop fails. Listen, initial time here is Swapna, her expectation. She expects something, the groundnut cultivation. After cultivating, there gets some profit. But pest, here is some pest. Okay, listen. Midway through the season of the crop is hit by pest and the crop fail. Through the Swapna spray her crops with expensive pesticides. That means extra expenses. That is more expensive. But that is not suitable for the cultivation, or there is a good result. There is not a good result from the cultivation. What happened? the next year she cultivated a normal crop, but she also need to take another fresh loan, but she can't repay the loan. On that occasion she reached in a debt trap. That means there is a debt. She want to avoid the debt. She decided to sell a part of this land. That only the solution. This situation is called a debt trap. Okay, here is we discussed two examples. So the first example, there is one manufacturer. He gained more profit because in case of his that credit or loan, that is very helpful for making more profit. But in case of Swapna, here is firstly she depend upon the money lender. Money lender's speciality, there is a high interest rate, that is not included the formal credit sources, that is included the informal sources or informal credit sources. We will discuss more details related to formal and informal. Then another important thing, Swapna's case, Swapna depending upon cultivation or farming. Okay, here is Swapna, a small farmer. She mainly depend upon the cultivated item, but climatic condition is not suitable for the cultivation or any pesticides, pest attacking the crops, that is affected the cultivation. That's why here is created a big problem, that is the debt trap, that is affected her life. She lost her property, that means a part of the property want to sell. For what? She want to sell this property to avoid the credit or repay the loan, only the solution. Listen, here on the basis of two examples we understood these matters. All of you look your textbook, take another page. In rural areas, the main demand for credit is for crop production. Crop production involves considerable cost on seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, water, electricity, repair of equipment, etc. Underline that. Listen, in rural area there is their main occupation, that is the cultivation. Most of the people, that is the farmers, they want to buy some inputs. What are the items? Like seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, water, electricity, repair equipment, etc. There is a minimum stretch of 3 to 4 months between the time when the farmers buy these input and when they sell the crop. Okay, listen, the starting time, the beginning of the cultivation, they want to buy these inputs. After the cultivation or after completing the cultivation, they can repay the loan or sell the crop. Farmers usually take crop loans at the beginning of the season and repay the loan after the harvest. Repayment of the loan is crucially dependent on the income from farming. Listen, the beginning time of the cultivation or initial time of the cultivation, most of the farmers take loan from formal or informal area sources, but when they can't repay the loan, they repay the loan after completing the cultivation. That means they mainly depend upon the harvesting time. If their crop is failure or there is created any problem that is affected the repayment of the loan. In Swapna's case, the failure of the crop made loan repayment impossible. Here is one example, that is the Swapna's case. What happened there? She can't repay the loan because there is a crop failure. Okay, the failure of the crop made loan repayment impossible, that is not possible, loan repayment. She had to sell a part of the land to repay the loan. There only one solution, she had to sell a part of land, otherwise she can't repay the loan. She had to sell a part of the land to repay the loan. Credit, instead of helping Swapna improve her earnings, left her worse off. Listen, here in case of Salim, what happened there? Credit helpful, more earnings. But in case of Swapna, yes, here is no extra income and also she reached worse off. This is an example of what is commonly called debt trap. Okay, it is generally called debt trap. Credit in the case pushes the borrowers into a situation from which recovery is very painful. Underline that. What is a debt trap? Credit in this case pushes the borrower into a situation from which recovery is very painful is called a debt trap. In one situation, credit helps to increase earnings and therefore the person is better off than before. In another situation, because of the crop failure. Listen, here is two examples. The first example in case of Salim, there is a better chances or he earned more income. But the second example in case of Swapna, she reached in the debt trap. Okay. Then here is two creditor situations. To repay her loan, she has to sell a portion of her land. She is clearly much worse off than before. Whether credit would be useful or not therefore depend on the risk in the situation and whether there is some support in case of loan. Listen, on the basis of these two examples, we understood something. What is that? Credit is better or not, that is mainly decided on the basis of purpose. Okay, especially depend on the risk in situation and whether there is some support in case of a loss. Okay, that means here is she is mainly depend upon the money lenders because she have no other choice for depending the formal sources. The coming topic there we want to discuss what is the formal sources of credit, what are the informal sources of credit, what are the reason behind it. Most of the people depend upon the informal sources of the credit. That type of things we want to discuss later. Okay. But now I repeat the same topic. Today we discuss about two different credit situation. Okay, not only two different credit situation. Firstly, we discuss loan activities of bank. What are the loan activities of bank who are mainly included in the bank? There is mainly two types of. One is the depositor, other is the borrower. What is the role of bank? Who is the mediator of the depositor and borrower? Then everything we already discussed. Then we discussed what is the definition of the credit, that also. Then two different credit situations. What are the two different credit situations? Here is two examples. So first one is the example of Salim. Next one is the example of the Swapna. Salim is a shoe manufacturer. In case of his production, there is a profit. It gained profit, or this credit helpful to gain more profit. But in case of Swapna, she reached in the debt trap, or her condition is worse off because she mainly depend upon the cultivation, but that is not satisfactory because pest attacking her cultivation. That's why more she want to buy inputs. There is more expensive, and also there is a crop failure that is affected her earnings. There only one solution to cut or avoid the or she want to sell a property, a certain area of her property. That's why she reached the debt trap, because she want to repay the loan. Okay. On the basis of we understood one thing, credit may be helpful or not, especially depending upon the situation or on what purpose we use this credit. Okay, is it clear? All of you read your textbook 3 times. After reading, you want to study the important things to be continued on next class. Thank you, children.